Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dustin Mankin, and today we're going to clean the mass airflow sensor on my 2010 Cube. Now, if you guys remember in my last video, we changed the air filter, and I told you when you change the air filter that you should clean the mass airflow sensor as well. We're going to go ahead and take that out. It requires a 7mm socket. You can use a Phillips. I don't think they're going to come out. There's no reason to use that when it's provisioned for a socket. We're going to break out some old-fashioned KTC today, sockets KTC as well. And we're going to do this with some old-school Japanese tools. Let's get started. As with the air cleaner, I did make sure I cleaned a little bit more, a little bit further up to get some of the dust and stuff out because you don't want to get any dust in these openings if you can help it. Always a good thing to keep everything clean. There are 2 screws on this car. They're here and here. I don't know if you can see, but there is a place to put a Phillips in there. As I said before, we are going to use a 7mm socket. And you know that's an old ratchet. Listen to that. 32 teeth tops. This thing is crunchy. Now I'll just put these down here in this tray. Now, probably what I should have done before we got started and before you take the bolts out is go ahead and unplug this cover that just comes in. On the front side when it's like this, there's a little push, and you're just going to give that a push in and pull out. And yeah, cool. I can get to this one also. I didn't know if I would. This cowl's a little bit in the way. Okay, and there's both of the screws. I'm gonna set that right there for the time being. I'll put that down there to hold on to it. And we are gonna pull this guy out as gently as possible. And there is your mass airflow sensor for the Cube, probably at least the Versa, and some other Nissan vehicles. In order to clean this guy up, we are going to use CRC Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner. Now, you do want to use the Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner. There is another product that's called the CRC Throttle Body and Air Intake Cleaner. You don't want to use this. You don't want to use brake cleaner. You don't want to use anything like that. There's sensitive electronics in the Mass Airflow Sensor, and you could screw it up. So make sure you stick with this. And if you're using a vehicle other than a Cube, like read on the back, because there are some vehicles that this does not work with. Toyota Supra turbos, Mitsubishis, and most Lexus vehicles. So read the can, read through your stuff, make sure that this works. This should be safe for what we're doing today, and we're going to use that to clean out, but we are going to go outside first because I don't want to spray all this crap inside the garage. So we got our can, and we got our straw in here. And here is our mass airflow sensor. There's a window on the front. Sorry, I'm doing this all mirrored. There's a window on the side here. And if you come around on the back, there is some windows back here. This one actually looks pretty good, but I'm gonna spray it anyway. Sometimes you'll see there's a bunch of gunk and stuff on them, and that's what we're trying to get rid of. But this one's not so bad, so I'm just gonna give it a little spray over. Yeah, that looks okay. Now that says on the bottle that it dries in seconds. We're gonna let it set for 20 to 30 minutes to make sure that everything's dry because you don't wanna put it in there while it's still wet. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try to find some place to charge my phone. All right, and we're back. We'll have to pull this guy forward a little bit to get enough room. And this guy slides right down in there. And then the next thing is to put these screws back in place. next one. Wow, this ratchet has to be like from the at least 30 or 40 years ago. KTC is a really good brand, but oh, this guy is old. Anyway, it's in there. You don't want to put too much pressure on these. These are just small little screws. So then after you're all done, just snap this guy back on here. You should be good to go. Normally at this point, if you were doing this to clear a code or something, you would want to turn on the car and check it. But I'm going on to the next maintenance that I'm doing, which is going to be cleaning this throttle body. To do that, you seen I had a thing of intake and throttle body cleaner. That's what we're going to be doing in the next video. I'll see you then. Peace.